Namaste, this is Monica, and today we are going to explore Yin Yoga together. If you have done it before with me or otherwise, feel free to get to the session directly. If you have not done it before, then I would like to tell you that we hold our asanas in Yin Yoga for longer. It is not like active yoga. It is a lot of passive work that we are going to do. In Yin Yoga, we hold our asanas for about 3 to 5 minutes, and hence we also follow few principles. Like principle number 1 is finding the edge. So you find a point wherein you don't really make yourself way too uncomfortable. So there's some work happening at the same time it is comfortable enough for you to hold that asana for a long time that we have decided. Also, number 2, we kind of like get into the stillness after we find our edge. So try and be still as much as you can, and of course if you find a new edge, move to another edge. And number 3 is we definitely hold for the time that we have decided. So of course you don't have to push yourself, but these are principles so that we have a kind of framework and the guideline to work along with. So with that, let's get on the mat and let's get started with the session today. Before we begin with, I have some props with me. I have some pillows, cushions, you can see behind, and I also have a bolster. So if you have a bolster, you can have it, or maybe grab some 2-3 pillows. If no prop is available, that's perfectly fine. We can explore this practice without the props as well. Let us begin our session first with a bit of breath awareness. So I'm going to sit in Vajrasana. If you want, you can sit in a cross-legged position. You can also sit over a cushion at the edge of the cushion. When you sit over the cushion, it will give you a nice tilt in your pelvis and a more lifting. So, and your knees will kind of like point down. There would be a better blood circulation. Otherwise, if you're sitting in Vajrasana, you swing your knees together, back, and sitting over your heel. If you want, you can also place cushion under your hips if that makes you feel more comfortable. Sometimes in Vajrasana, it is possible that your ankles may feel little bit of pressure because of the floor. Then you can place a folded napkin or towel or maybe folded blanket under your ankles to make it feel more comfortable. So let us begin. You can place your palms over your thighs and gently close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Relax your whole body. Sweep your awareness all throughout your body, from your head to your toe, from your toe back to your head. And let go of all the tension. Let go of all the control. Allow your body to relax. And then you can take your awareness to your breath. Watch the natural rhythm of your breath. Breathing in and out through your nostrils. Start to notice your breath flowing from your nostrils to your throat. Follow it till your lungs if you can. And notice this phenomena of air being pumped into your lungs. How your lungs starts expanding and then the air just gets sucked in. And all of this happens simultaneously. And feel the contraction and how this contraction takes the air out of your nostrils. Noticing these subtle things about your breath. And as we establish this connection with the breath, with the body, Allow your body to sink down on the mat, surrender. And let us set an intention for ourselves to continue this connection throughout the session. Let's join the palms together to the heart center. We'll be chanting one Om to begin the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can open your eyes. So we are going to start our session with dangling position, which is a standing asana. Place your palms in front of you, tuck your toes, and start to lift your knees up. And you can initially keep your knees bent. Maybe walk your palms a little closer. Allow your head to hang down, and then maybe release your palms and cross your arms. Keeping your knees slightly bent is an option. You don't have to push yourself, like I said. We need to find our edge and stick to the edge. Let us hold here for about 2 minutes. Keep feeling this passive stretch in the hamstrings and see how the gravity is working on the head. It's gently and slowly, and with each breath as you exhale, the gravity is just pulling your head down. This is from the side. If you can, notice the pull, being pulled down to the mat. And there's no actively pressing down. There's nothing active here. Once we find our edge, we are simply watching whatever is happening here. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, and keep breathing in and out through your nostrils all the time. We are not using our mouth. So all the pull you feel in your hamstrings. So the gravity is working over your head, pulling your torso down, and your torso is pulling your hamstrings. Feeling and breathing through whatever pain, sensation, the stress that you're getting in your hamstrings here. And from here, release your arms and place your palms on the mat. And we are going to now squat down. So keep pressing your palms on the mat. Bend your knees, taking your hips down. And as we come down, you may feel that you may have to come over your toes, lifting your heels. And that's okay, you can do that. And once you come here, if you feel the need to, maybe keep a bit more distance between your feet. So you're going to stay in Malasana. So like I said, if you feel the need to lift your heels, then you can place a cushion or a block under your heels. You can simply stay here itself. Lift that spine a bit. You'll feel better, like giving that lengthening to the spine. Interlace your fingers. Maybe just rest your chin on the interlaced fingers. If you feel the need to widen your knees a bit more, then you can use your elbows to press them away and still keep resting your chin maybe on the interlaced fingers. If you want to just place your palms on the mat and lean a bit forward, if that feels more comfortable for you, you can explore that as well. So there are multiple options for us to explore. I'm going to hold here for some time. So in this, finding the new edge would be like maybe you want to widen your knees a bit more, and you can lift your spine a bit more, because your hips will start settling down with time. And once you feel that your hips are kind of opening and they are getting more relaxed, your lower back is getting relaxed, you may be able to lift up more. So for me, like leaning forward doesn't give me a proper balance. So I try and keep equal weight, and my heels are like pressed down on the floor. That I feel more balanced and rooted when I do that. So you can try and explore that. Beautiful asana to practice early in the morning. You can sense your thighs pressing against your abdomen, and that kind of massages your internal organs of your abdomen as well. Again, with each exhalation, keep noticing how your hips are just sinking down. And we are not trying to hold up. We are just, once we find the edge in any asana, we just relax after that. After that, we just allow the passive work to happen. And that's why Yin Yoga teaches you the art of surrendering. Take your action, surrender. Take your action, surrender. And again, from here, we are going to make transition to a variation of dragonfly. So place your palms behind you and bring your hips back down. And let us place our feet up away from our sit bones, a little bit away, maybe about 2 feet distance between our feet. Now from here, we are going to either catch hold of our shin, or you can catch hold of your foot, depending on wherever it feels comfortable for you. And we are going to stay here. So my arms are going to press my knees a little bit away, giving some stretch to my groin here. Some of you may be able to keep the distance up even a bit more. You can do that. So let us stay here for some time, and then we go to the full variation as well, and allow your head to hang down. So you can just rest all the weight over wherever you're holding on to. So we are not trying to hold up, remember? It's not that I'm actively trying to keep my back muscles active to remain lifted up. No, I'm allowing everything to just surrender. Of course, if you want, you can use the prop. Here I have the bolster, so I sometimes like to rest my head over the bolster. You know, just keep it slanted and just rest the chin. Anything is fine. So you can use the bolster as well if you want. So letting go is something very important in Yin Yoga. You know, usually if you see in active style of yoga, we engage a lot of muscles, but in Yin Yoga, we don't engage muscles like that. Once we find the edge, we just let go of all the tension, let go of all the control. You may feel some sensation in your groin. Notice that. And that sensation comes from the fact that the gravity is still working and pulling your torso down. And as your torso comes down, you start to feel the sensation in the groin as well. maybe your inner thighs, upper thighs. Just keep noticing whatever little sensation that you're feeling. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to just get into witnessing and witnessing everything, all the sensations, all the feelings. Embracing the calm and stillness. And from here again, release. Place your palms inside, walk your palms back. Again, place your palms behind your hips and then start sliding your leg one by one outward. If you can straighten your knees, do straighten your knees. Otherwise, you can have a rolled towel or a blanket or maybe cushions under your knees. You can do that. So you don't have to open fully, just see, like I said, we have to find the edge. So whatever edge that you feel that, okay, this is the opening that I can keep for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just choose that for yourself. And of course, with time, you may find more opening and then you can just move to another opening. So over here, we have multiple options. You can simply stay here, place your palms behind you, stay here if this itself is working enough for you. You can also use a bolster in front of you. And again, like I said, you can just hug the bolster and rest your chin or bolster or pillow, whatever. You can keep it in front of you, the shorter edge of the bolster touching the groin here, and maybe resting your chest or the torso over the bolster. You can interlace your fingers, hug it, and rest your forehead over the bolster. So you can do this. I mean, choose whatever options you have there. You have multiple options to choose from. You can simply walk your palms forward without having any bolster or anything and just drop your head down. Allow your spine to round here. We are not against rounding the spine in Yin Yoga. We allow the spine to round. That's okay. So find your edge and find a comfortable position for yourself with or without the prop, and let us stay here. Allow your shoulders to relax, jaw relax. Keep sweeping awareness all throughout your body. And if you find yourself holding on to any body part unnecessarily, release your hold, release your tension, let it go. Once you've found your edge, just let it go. Letting go and time. These are the two things which are crucial in Yin Yoga. So when you let go, the gravity and the time, these two things work itself together for us to get that effect that we are looking for. And the body gradually starts opening up. And stay connected with your body and breath. If you find a new edge, maybe go deeper. If at all you find, we are not pushing. So don't push yourself to find the edge. It has to come to you naturally. And when it comes to you naturally, you just go down to that edge. You accept it and embrace it. Keep watching your breath. And let us make another transition from here. So place your palms on the mat, press your palms down, lift your chest up, walk your palms back, coming back to the center. We'll do our windshield wipers that we always do after the dragonfly. So in Yin Yoga, this is called dragonfly. Otherwise, we also call it upvishtakonasana, wide-legged forward fold. So place your palms behind your hips, slide your leg, bend your knee, and place your foot down on the mat, and then drop both of your knees on your right, back to the center, on your left, again, back to the center, on your right. Let us repeat it a few times. It is really relaxing after dragonfly. I find it to be really effective. And it's a beautiful twist, I would say. Now from here, come back on your fours. We are going to move to a lunge. So you can place your palms on the mat on the side. Slide your right leg forward and bring your right leg outside your right foot. And then slide your left leg back. So you can tuck your left toe, sliding that knee back, resting it on the floor. Since we are going to hold for long, I would say either you can fold your mat to support your knee or you place a cushion. Now over here you have multiple options. So your right knee is still aligned with your right heel. Palms are inside your right foot. We are going to allow the gravity to work on our hips. So we are going to allow them to settle down towards the mat. But we are not actively pushing. We just find the edge and then we stay here. Now, you can, for your torso, you have multiple options. You can look up. You can stay in higher up if you feel you can pull it through. Option number 2 is you can also place a bolster in front of you, maybe in the horizontal side, and then place your forearms, interlace your fingers over the bolster if your body allows you to do that. Now you can directly rest your forearms on the floor. So let us explore this for some time. I'm going to hold here for about 2 minutes. Allow your head to just hang down. Body weight definitely in the center, so we are not rolling on one side or the other, keeping our body weight in the center. This can be definitely more challenging than whatever we have done so far. Lunges are definitely the most challenging part of Yin Yoga. This is where we also get to exercise our willpower. So there's a lot of willpower that would be required for you to continue for 2 minutes. Relax your shoulders, jaw. Take your awareness to your breath, and one breath at a time. We are not looking forward for 2 minutes to get over. We are just breathing one breath at a time. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Well done. And of course, if you find a new edge, you can remove the bolster. If you have it, you can go all the way down. You can go all the way down. And from here again, press your palms down, tuck your back toe, lift yourself back up, and we are going to move to the pigeon pose from here. So we are going to slide our right shin in, and then place your right knee again on the floor and slide your left leg back. So your left shin can be parallel to the mat, or maybe you can draw your left foot closer to your groin, if that is what feels more comfortable for you. So we need to find the edge. We need to make sure that we are keeping the body weight in the center, Maybe you feel that your hip is pretty much lifted. For some of you, the position may be like this. And if that's the case, when you take your hip down, maybe slide a cushion under your hip, because we are going to hold for longer. You may need it. So let us find our comfortable position for our individual selves. Each one will have a different comfortable point. So we need to respect and accept where we are right now and do only that much. So you don't have to really go by what I am doing. You need to find your own individual edge and just stick to that. Again, over here, if you want, you can place a bolster in front of you and rest your forearms on the bolster. I find this most comfortable to do this, or you can just rest your elbows and interlace your fingers, rest your chin over the fingers. Body weight in the center. And whenever you feel like dropping your head, you can do that as well. Of course, you'll keep finding the new edge. You may feel like dropping your entire chest on the floor. If you find that edge, go there, do that. We are not falling on one side, so just making sure of that the body weight is in the center. If you feel you can go further down, then you can also use the longer side of the bolster and rest your chest over the bolster and rest your forehead. Maybe hug your bolster. All of this depends on your edge, basically. So each edge you can use your prop differently. Each edge you can go into a different position, deeper. So finding the new edge means wherever you start feeling that, okay, this has become very comfortable for me, I can now move to another edge. That's when you then just go deeper to increase your sensation. And again, press your palms down, lift yourself up, walk your palms towards you, tuck your back toe so that you safeguard your knee, and then start lifting your hips up, slide your right leg back, moving back on your force. So this time, our right knee is going to be resting over the cushion. Place your palms and then bring your left palm forward. Align your knee with your ankle. So this right knee, depending on whatever your edge find, you can just simply be here or you can go further forward. So depending on whatever is the point for you wherein you can hold, choose that for yourself. So once we find the edge, we find that, okay, this feels comfortable for me, and choose if you want to use the prop. Maybe I'll just use the bolster to begin with for some time, to rest my forearms, and then I'll see if I find a new edge. And not necessarily that, both sides you'll find similar kind of edges. It may be that on one side you're pretty good, you're just going all the way down. On the other side, that doesn't happen. And that's okay. We all have one side more flexible, one side more stronger than the other one. So acceptance is important wherever we are, whatever we are doing. We are accepting where we are. We know that we are unique and we don't have to compete with ourselves or with anyone else for that matter in anything when we are doing yoga or when we are doing anything in life. So we are accepting our own limitations, we are accepting our excellence, everything. And if you find that your mind is consistently telling you to push a bit more forward, because mind has this tendency not to accept yourself where you are. It always wants to push forward, it always wants to achieve something extra, and it always makes you believe that, oh, you're extraordinary, you can do this, you can do that. And we forget that each individual is different and we can do only what we can do. And our mind doesn't have to keep comparing, and we don't have to excel in everything and every time. It is okay to be mediocre in certain things, excel in certain things, fail in certain things. Okay, so tuck your back toe, lift yourself back up with full support. Now we are going to move to our pigeon pose. So you can remove the bolster if you have in front of you. Slide your left leg in, take your hips back to do that, and then sink your hips forward. You can stay here. Again, I said the position for your foot, decide whatever feels comfortable. Shift your body weight in the center, and then if you want to use the bolster. So initially, getting into stillness sometimes can be a bit challenging because you're still figuring out, and that's okay. Especially in challenging asanas like this, like pigeon pose, lunges. Important is, it's okay if you don't find it comfortable, move it to find more comfortable position for yourself. So we are not beating ourselves up for it, for any of the principles for that matter. And that's what Yin Yoga teaches you. Like once you get into your asana, you then get into the acceptance mode. And retrain, basically reprogram your mind to be okay with wherever we are, with whatever we have chosen. And there's, whenever our mind tells us in Yin Yoga that, okay, push forward, we remind ourselves, no, this is not active, this is passive. I am surrendering once I get into the asana. I'm letting it go. And I'm accepting where I am, and I'm enjoying it, embracing it. If you find a new edge, move. One breath at a time. Breathe in, breathe out. Watching all the sensation, the stress, whatever you're getting. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And from here, again, press your palms down, lift up. Using your arm strength to lift up, tuck your right toe, take your left leg back, and we are going to move to the child pose. So we are not going to move to the wide leg child pose. We are going to keep our knees together. If you want, place a cushion under your hips and walk your palms forward. Sink your chest down. If you feel the need to rest your forehead over the cushion, if it doesn't reach all the way down to the floor, that's fine. You can also use the block, bolster, whatever you want. You're free to explore. So you're trying to bring the groin muscles together here. Back to the neutral position. Find yourself sinking down to the mat. If you feel your belly is compressing too much, feel free to do the wide leg child pose. You can separate your knees, keep them apart, away, and then fold down. And again, press your palms down on the mat. Lift your hips up. Let us now swing our knees to lie down on the back. So we are going to move to a twist. So remove whatever you have around you, all the cushions, whatever. We don't want anything to be touching the body when we are going to just relax after a bit. So to move to a twist, again, if you want, you can use a cushion, of course. So you can stretch your arms in the T shape. You have multiple options. So to begin with, you can either cross your right thigh over the left one and then drop it onto your left, or you can just wrap your shin also around and bring your knees as close to your chest as you can, and then exhale to drop it on your left. If you want, place a cushion under your thighs and maybe place your left palm over your right thigh. So this is option number 1. Option number 2, you can just simply bend your knees, bring them close to your chest, and then drop them to your left, and then looking at your right palm. So choose your variation. I think I'm going to go for this wrap one. I really like the tied up twist here, and I really enjoy it. So over here we want our right shoulder also to be resting on the floor, and that's why even if we need to have a cushion under the thighs, we would do that. And let us relax for some time into this. And let us come back to the center. We are going to unwrap our legs, and this time left thigh goes over the right one. If you can, wrap your shin around, change the position of your cushion, stretch your arms, bring your knees closer to your chest, and then drop on the other side. Let us release and let us move to relaxation into Shavasana. So you can extend your legs out, keep them apart, throw your body wherever you want to. And relax. Move your body from one side to the other if you want to, or do whatever kind of movement that you want to make before you start throwing your body apart to relax. Let your body sink down on the mat. Feel the touch of your body with the ground. Feel all the sounds around you. Sweep your awareness all throughout your body, from your head to your face, your neck, your shoulders, your hands, your chest, your upper back, rib cage, your lower back, your abdomen, your hips, groin, your legs, your ankle, feet, your toes. Allow everything to relax and let go of all the tension that you might be holding on to, whether it's mental or physical, whatever it is. Let go. Touching the stillness, the silence within you. the silence behind your thoughts, the silence of relaxation, the stillness of relaxation. Exploring the beauty of relaxation. And continue to relax for as long as you want. If you want to come out, bring your awareness back to your body. And baby, move your toes, fingers, your head from one side to the other. Bring your feet together, stretch your arms up, stretch your whole body. Stretch, 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 and release. Bend your knees, roll over to your right. And whenever you feel ready, press your palm down to lift yourself back up. Feeling absolutely relaxed, rejuvenated. I mean, me personally. And I hope you're feeling the same. If you have enjoyed this practice with me, you can like, comment, or subscribe if you haven't already. So let us absorb our practice and have faith in our practice. Let us absorb all the benefits of the practice that we have just done with a seal of Om. Join your palms together to the heart center. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in. I wish to see you soon again. Until then, bye-bye.